Hey, I'm Johnny Fox. You're here at the Freakatorium. This is an Usyk, a whale's penis bone. When I'm not swallowing swords, here at the Freakatorium or playing with my Usyk, damn, I like to watch TV Party. No way. I had a passion for this as a kid. I got to see some good sideshows growing up in the late 50s, early 60s. After eating fire for a couple of years, someone said to me one day, said, "Hey, did you ever see an old fire eater?" It's actually really bad for you, the chemicals from for fire eating. Back then there was only 3 other sword swallowers in the country that were working. The Tattooed Man, Captain Don Leslie, Johnny Mia, and a guy named Red Trower. And there was another guy, Red Stewart. People said to me, "Don't do it, don't swallow neon, whatever you did." And I said, I gotta swallow neon. So I was kind of like the guy who brought back neon swallowing. I was, recalling from my childhood. I remember when I was 10 years old, I swallowed spaghetti and pulled it back up, cooked spaghetti. And my dad said, "You're excused, you can leave the table." I was 15 and I drank a lot of alcohol and I stuck my finger down my throat to get the alcohol out of my system, and I remembered I could relax with my finger back there. And then when I decided I wanted to swallow a sword, it was a matter of training myself over the course of about 8 months, slowly to get over the gag reflex and to just be able to relax and let the sword go down the throat. Here we are. Don't try this at home, kids. Go for it. Ooh, get a shot of the floor. Boing. Got a little museum collection going. Crazy, strange, weird, bizarre, freaky, dead, morbid, looking for weird stuff. Anyway, look around. There's all kinds of freaky stuff here. I've had 3 different sets of turtles with 2 heads. One of them had 2 faces on one head. These 2 are 2 heads coming out of one shell. 2-headed turtles are like 1 in a million. Out of those 1 in a million, they say about 1 out of 5 of those, only 1 in 5 of those will survive. They'll grow about triple the size of that. I have to get them into a bigger aquarium in about a year. They're called red-eared sliders. Sammy Davis's glass eye. It's the only thing in the collection that's not mine. It belongs to a friend that's on loan from. Someone was offering us a mummy's hand. I thought mummy's hand would be cool, the hand of a mummy. But how about the head of a mummy? And there was an estate sale, and someone had a mummy's head. The auctioneer had told the family that it's illegal to have it and you can't sell it. He'd put so much fear into the family that the family said, "Oh, we're not going to sell it, we're going to let him return it." So we were very disappointed. About 6 months ago, another friend who was a collector of unusual things, who had an amazingly huge collection, passed away. He had 29 shrunken heads in his collection, and so we went down and cataloged them for his wife, and she asked if there was anything in the collection that we were interested, anything that we were looking for that she could help us out with. I said, "Yeah, we really want a mummy's head." She says, "Well, there's 4. We got 4 of them in the collection, and you can have first pick." So the mummy over there is an Egyptian mummy. Came from Robert White's collection. That was the man. Robert White was considered to be like the king of collectors in the States. One of Barnum's great hoaxes. Some say the greatest hoax of all time. He was making $1,000 a week off of this thing. It's a monkey and a fish grafted together. The Fiji mermaid. It's the shrunken head formerly known as Prince. Raspberry beret. The kind you find in the second hand. Doesn't it look like Prince? After the head's been cut off, they boil it in water with an herb called chichipi. And then as the skin starts to get loosened up, They cut the skin from the back of the neck up to the top of the head, and then they stretch the skin, pull the skull out, and they stitch it shut, and then stitch the lips and the eyes shut as well. And they put dried rocks, hot rocks in the head cavity, rocks in the head. And they roll them around, and slowly the skin shrinks. And they put sand in there and some other herbs, and then it shrinks some more. And then they put it on a stick, and they hold it over a smoky fire, and they smoke it, and they rub the skin and get a polished look to it. And there you have the recipe for a shrunken head.